Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone, the new free-to-play Battle Royale that just came out. And I've been streaming the game for about 12 hours now, and I can finally give you guys my thoughts and first impressions of the game. Now, I'll also kind of talk about things that I don't like with the game and that may not be changed. Some things might actually be changed, like of course, like the bugs, the lag outs, and other things that I think will have quality of life changes to the game. So first off, let me go ahead and answer a lot of your guys' questions, okay? So first off, as far as the game goes, there is no pay to win. The game is actually free to play. However, I do have to mention that if you do play Modern Warfare, your account progress does carry over, and there are unlocks that you can kind of utilize in the actual Battle Royale mode. We're talking about perks, different guns attachments. All of that can be acquired in the game via getting a supply drop, and you'll get your entire class loadout, which is actually really huge. And in fact, some of the class loadouts will be better than some of the weapons that will be considered like the gold tier weapon. And that is because you can control what is on the weapon, because in this game, unlike in like, let's say Apex Legends, you can't actually change like the attachments, the optics on the gun. It's basically you pick up that gun and that's your weapon. Depending on the color of the gun, it's not going to just do more damage. It's usually more ammo, different attachments, and that kind of stuff in the game. But with some attachments, there are drawbacks, and it's kind of unclear for a lot of players what the heck the gun actually has on it. But nonetheless, there's a lot of really cool newer mechanics in the game. Like right now, over on the left side, right below my mini-map, you'll see it says collect the crates. There's also protect TTV Slaydra, which is my account name. And basically, what that is a quest. We have two different quests open. Usually you can only have one quest, but if an opponent picks up a quest for an elimination, which is they have to eliminate me, they will get cash. If I survive within that time frame, then I get the cash. We're also trying to open up these crates because that is my quest, and if I complete it, I'll earn that 2,000 cash over there. And what cash is used for is actually purchasing items in the game. This is a huge pro, so we're going to be talking about pros and cons. I'm going to mainly go over the pros first, and then I'll go over the cons. So the pros is the game is absolutely free, and it is no pay to win involved, with the exception of kind of getting some advantage if you have a higher level account for Black Ops, not Black Ops, I wish. If you have a higher level account for Modern Warfare, because you'll have access to, of course, more weapons when you go ahead and have your full loadout. But don't make that a reason why you don't play this game. I think the game is 100% worth downloading, and if you want to know about file size, it's 15 gigs, a little bit over that, with, of course, like the little update that you also have to get. But for the most part, it's about 15 gigs, and there is a lot of fun to be had. Hop in with some of your buddies. It is a 3-player battle royale, and there is no solos or duos. It's triple man only, but you can put no fail and you can solo, but you're going to be against a full squad of 3 other players. Again, the quest system is really cool. The reason why I like the quest system, I don't really like to pick up the crate system as far as the quests go. The only quest that I really like, because there's several different quests. As far as right now, there's eliminate the player, and then one other team has to protect that player. And then another quest is to go here and stand on a flag for several seconds. I'm not sure if multiple people can get the same quest. If multiple people can get the same quest to go ahead and basically go to a domination point and stand on the flag to capture it, then it's a little bit cooler because there's a little bit more play with it. But when the quest is go here and collect these crates, it feels like busy work. I don't really like it. It does give your team cash, which is actually important for purchasing items. And I'll go over what you can purchase in a moment here. But I think the cash system overall is really cool. You can also buy lethal score streaks with the cash as well. And when I first saw this, you can buy airstrikes. I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be terrible for the final circle. Now, there are going to be times where the final circle might not have that much cover, which in that case, it would be very good. But for the most part, I'm a pretty sweaty player, and I'm not buying any of the lethal streaks. I'm just buying UAVs so I can push. One of the biggest problems with this game is literally the people that are camping. And the reason why people camp isn't because, you know, that's just a strategy with some battle royales. In Modern Warfare 2019, it heavily favors the people that are camping, because every time you have some type of aggressive attachment on gun, I'm talking about faster aim down sights, faster strafe speed, there's always some type of downside. But with a person pre-aiming the wall, ready for you to go ahead and turn that corner, there's really no downside. A lot of times you'll see that most people that lose gunfights, the other player legitimately didn't even have a chance to really shoot back. The time to kill, even though you have armor, is still relatively fast in this game. You can melt absolutely super fast, even to pistols in this game, and that's just because the way that the game is set up. Whoever has first first shot in this game really has a huge advantage in the game. As far as the game goes, the things that I also do like is the revive system. So when you get knocked down, your teammates can revive you. Everyone thirsts in this game, so it doesn't always get to happen unless you can like get around a corner, because there's no grace period, which is more so a con in the game. But I do like the revive system because not only can your teammates walk up and actually revive you when you're knocked, but you get to go in a situation where you get to go to the gulag and 1v1 a player. If you go and 1v1 a player and you win, you get to actually come right back into the game. You lose all of your gear. You'll only start out with the pistol just like you do when you drop in the game. However, I like that system. That gives you kind of a second chance. And then on top of that, your teammates can actually just revive you by paying 4,500 at a vending machine station, which I think is a really cool feature too. So you're not always like completely done with the game if your opponent thirsts you. Another pro that I do like with the game is your teammates don't have to pick up like a calling card or a dog tag like you would in Apex Legends. You can just go ahead and revive, which I really do like, because this game is already campy enough. It'd be even worse if they go ahead and camp the dog tag or something once they actually knock and eliminate a player. So I like that system. It's really cool. Another pro to this game, Piccadilly doesn't exist, which is great. There are a lot of maps from the Ground War mode from Call of Duty that are just basically just copy and pasted in here, but Piccadilly is not there. So again, that's a huge pro over here. Now, talking about some of the cons, I'm going to mention this several times. The game is super campy. That's the main reason why I just completely stopped playing Modern Warfare. If a lot of you guys come into my live stream and go, why aren't you playing COD? Or I'll be playing like Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2. It's because I love Black Ops so much more than Infinity Ward's games. I think Treyarch's games just allow the player to play a lot more aggressive. I mean, I like to play this game pretty serious. I'm talking about Call of Duty in general, not just like Modern Warfare. Like, I like the rank section of the game, and usually when I play in the rank section of the game, I'm the highest rank. Like, the max rank that you get in Black Ops 3 was Masters, and there's also Masters in Black Ops 2. But in Black Ops 2, everybody's still DDoSing. Even in like 2018 when we went back into the game, people still do modded lobbies. People still like boot you out of games. It's really annoying. But I got my nuked out in Arena, which is the competitive mode for the game, which is actually not that easy to do. What I'm saying is, like, it's not a get good thing. You cannot rush in this game for the most part. Yeah, you can do it, and you might have some good gameplay a few times where you completely rush and body teammates, but or enemies. But to consistently do that, to drop 20 kill games, if you're thinking you can do this in this game, it's very difficult. Again, it's because they don't want you to play aggressive, with so many things that really favor the camper, like Claymore, sitting back, the pre-aiming, all of the ADS nerfs in the game. It's a camp fest. It really is, and it's part of the main core problem, and the main reason why I don't personally enjoy Modern Warfare as a game in general, versus why I really just prefer Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. Because you actually have a chance to actually fight back for the most part. In this game, you're going to get sniped from several different windows and buildings. There's too many levels of elevation. There's too many areas to look. People camp inside, waiting for people to rotate out of the storm in buildings, where they're just aiming down sights, and your team just has no chance sometimes because there's simply no cover. I like to play aggressive. Here's this loadout system that I was talking about, where you can get your complete entire loadout instantly by being like a higher level. You'll have access to, again, more things. Again, I wouldn't really consider it pay to win, but there is technically some progression in the game which will give you an advantage. As far as the game goes, there are times where there's going to be massive lag spikes and all that stuff, especially in the earlier stages of the game, but I'm not going to mention that really as a con. If your teammate lags out, they don't actually drop any of their gear, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that can be updated. If an enemy team gets knocked, but you don't like finish them, like they're still in that mode where they're like crawling on the ground, if they rage quit the game, you don't get the elimination, and on top of that, you get no loot. They just disappear off the screen. That's kind of annoying because, you know, people rage quit in games all the time, and like, why punish the player that eliminated the player? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of dumb because they actually get no loot. It's terrible. But as far as the buy system, I actually want to show this off on the screen because I actually think it's a really cool system. So here's what you can purchase, and for the most part, I would say it's overall positive. I wouldn't really say there's anything negative about it. Don't worry too much about like airstreaks being like, you can't just buy a chopper gunner and just eliminate everyone. It's not even available. You can get like you can get a cluster strike and stuff like that. But for the most part, the main thing that I like with it is the armor pack. So you can get get basically shields like you would in Fortnite. That's the little blue little squares that you'll see above the HP. HP does regenerate in the game too, which is another pro, I would say. But shield turret no one really gets. You can get a cluster strike. The gas mask, don't worry about people really sitting outside in storm. It only lets you survive for like a little bit longer because it's like basically 5 ticks. And then you have a missile precision strike. And then UAV is the thing that most people buy, as well as the self-revive kick. And what's interesting to me, to buy the ammo crate, the munitions box, it actually costs 5,000, which is more than it takes to actually res a teammate, which I think is kind of a little bit too far as like the cash system goes. But for the most part, everything is pretty decent. I just think that to buy ammo should not cost more than resing a teammate. That's just my personal take on it. But those things can be buffs and nerfs, but it's not really like a con. I just wanted to go ahead and mention that really quick. But everyone thirsts in the game. When you eliminate someone, because there's no grace period, like if you knock someone in Fortnite, you can't just shoot them immediately. There's like a grace period where they have to fall to the ground. And during that time, everyone will just thirst in this game. And that's because of not only that mechanic, but I don't know, they just really want to get the kill. And because if you knock someone, it doesn't instantly give you that kill. So a lot of people, I want to get the kill, I want to get the thirst or whatever. Like, that's just how it is. It's just kind of the game. Dead silence is not a perk in the game. That's a con. The reason why is because, again, it favors towards camping. You can get dead silence in the game, but it's something that you have to activate and it doesn't last forever. I wish it did. Yeah, you can eliminate people and you can like last longer in like the base game, but for the most part, I just want it as a perk. Just let me put on dead silence so I can rush around and not have to worry about people listening for footsteps for the most part. I just think that it's just kind of annoying. The games are really long too, even though like the map is just huge, but there are more players, so there still is basically enough action in the game. It's not too dry as far as action goes. It's just that the games are like 25 to 30 minutes long for the most part. And I don't know, I really feel like 15 to 20 minutes is what I prefer in games, like especially with like, I don't know if any of you guys play League of Legends. I know this is like off topic, but I just feel like the games just simply last too long in the game. Yeah, you know, you can try to rush as hard as you can, but like for the most part, the games are just simply very, very long. But overall, here's my thoughts on the game as far as a review goes. I think the game is actually pretty good. I just don't really like Modern Warfare in general. I just really like Black Ops games, and that's because you can rush. That's my biggest concern with the game. And I'll probably upload a few more gameplays here and there, but for the most part, I don't think it's a game I can play 8 hours every single day. It's just the first day we grinded 12 hours, and I had fun playing with it with my friends. But I did complain a lot about like people just literally full teams camping inside of rooms, not moving, waiting for people. It's annoying to lose to that, right? But anyways, that's my thoughts. You guys can let me know yours down below in the comment section below. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn that bell if you want to see more new Battle Royale games, because I'm going to try to just cover lots of newer games here. And I'll occasionally upload a few Modern Warfare Battle Royale videos if something really cool happens. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one, and I'm signing out. Peace.